Okay. Okay. What the heck is going on? Okay. Okay. So, first y'all are saying there's a ghost moving the curtains, and then Streamlabs just biffs it. Like, it doesn't even give me an error. It just acts as if it was never open. It dumps it, and it's just gone. And now the microphone's gone. Can you still not hear me?
Looks like
What's
they
going on?
can't.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Let me.
Oh wait,
Wait.
somebody says we good now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
There's a feisty technology demon bouncing around in here eating my internet waves. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry for that, like, stream getting cut off prematurely. It literally, like, it didn't even give me an error. It just vanished. And all of a sudden I was just in a call just with Stan and I'm like, well, what happened? Okay. Alright. Oh, there goes Apollo. Hi, baby. So, as we were discussing before the stream literally crashed, it was, we were talking about, the fears, the chariot in reverse, and how, sorry, I'm like, that threw me off my game. Hello, creepy. Also, thank you, Cookie Coco. This time it didn't make the noise. Now watch, it's gonna lag and it's gonna scare me. God, I just can't. It's the night. It's Ben Drown. Oh my god, flash from the past. Oh my god. But yeah.
Stand down.
Ah! Oh god.
There it is.
Yep. Okay. This has been an interesting evening. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So we were talking about the chariot in reverse in the fear position about basically not liking to feel out of control, and I had asked Stan if he was the type of person that felt most comfortable when he felt like he always had a plan and knew what he was doing, and was pretty uncomfortable with the thought of like not having control of the situation, especially if it's something he's involved in. And was that accurate, Stan?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, because that little bit of conversation we had, like the stream
Yeah.
pooped.
It got eaten.
So we've got one more card. Resuming. God, that was wild. Alrighty. So the final card we have is the Four of Wands in reverse. Now this card can speak to turbulation in your home environment, turbulation in your relationships. So now that I have the full picture here, I can sort of see the advice that the cards are trying to give you. If we dial all the way back to the situation, it's talking about some kind of situation where you feel like you're having to compete with something. And the way to get through this competition is to basically go in with that Giga Chad energy. In the past, you may have found yourself in a situation where you thought you had a great opportunity emotionally that was, and this could have been far past, this could be yesterday, this is just in the past, an interesting emotional prospect has reared its head, and the cards are telling you that you've got to be careful not to rush into this, because you've got a lot of cards telling you for introspection and direction. So it's telling you basically be careful not to rush into this, because if you rush based solely on what you think you want right now, it's going to be a careful what you wish for situation. If you're looking, like, for just example, throw an example out there. If there's a girl that looks particularly interesting and it seems like there's an opening and you rush in without considering it, you may get with her, but she may be 8 levels of crazy. Like, not saying that that's what this is, but just an example. And you've got the Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia childhood reunion card. So this emotional opportunity may be related to somebody from your past. Again, doesn't have to be like a long lost distant past person. It could be somebody that you knew for a while, somebody that was a part of your past, but you already knew them for a while. It's not like they're a brand new person that you just encountered. And then internally, you're feeling a little bit confused and directionless, possibly a little bit pessimistic. And how you're going to affect the situation is you've got a choice to make. Ah, thank you. Kitty's on the loose. Repeat, kitty's on the loose. What? I gotta turn these noises down. They keep scaring me. Whew. But so you've got a choice to make, but this card is telling you you gotta hit the brakes and you gotta really think things over. You don't have all the information yet. Someone or something about the environment. Flashing Red Fangs donated another $5. Oh, that was the kitty on the loose. Yeah, Apollo's down there. He'll probably come back. Artemis is sleeping curled up over there. But something in the environment, some people in your life are going to come forward with the rest of the information you need to feel like you can confidently make this decision. You're nervous. You're uncomfortable with the idea of not having full control or not knowing where you're going, feeling like things are outside of your control. And the cards are basically telling you the warning is if... Oh, that scared me. I think that's Emma, my roommate, coming on. But basically, the warning is... It's all about the choices and introspection. It's telling you that you need to be mindful in deciding what it is you really want. And before you jump into action, make sure you 100% have that big king energy. And you know beyond a doubt this is going to be what you want and you've thought on it. Because if you just rush into it as the knight rather than the king, you may get a relationship or you may get things where you think you want it, but it's going to turn out to be turbulent and not what you want. So just make sure it's the right time and you have all the right information. Because this person from your past could potentially be a good fit. It's just you need to make sure you know everything going in and you're prepared for what it will entail.
Okay.
But that is sort of... That's the read. That's what I'm getting from these cards. With zero context. So, I hope that has made some sense for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Alrighty, You're one of them that just sits there with no commentary and just makes me sweat, I see.
I'm sorry, I'm a terrible conversationalist.
Oh, no worries, no worries. But, so that's an example of the classic 10-card Celtic Cross. Obviously, if I'm doing a private read, it's going to be a little more serious, or we can be goofy, whatever you want, but it doesn't have to be like the same goofy energy. But, that is the first example. So we've got a couple more people who want to get reads. Thank you again for letting me broadcast your business, Stan.
No problem. It was fun.
Oh,
Thanks for having me.
Fun. Oh God, I'm getting a phone call. This has been a crazy night. I've got ghosts. I've got apparently I've got Beelzebub eating my internet. I've got the cats flying around because I bought catnip spray. Does the cryptid want to say hi to the stream?
You're streaming. I'm looking at that one. I'm like, wait, where am I?
Gotta strike the cryptid pose.
Wait. But you can't see my other arm. Oh, okay. I'm gonna touch the cat.
Cat spotted. By the way, for those who don't know, this is Emma. She's like one of my best friends, and she moved down to Arizona. We both moved down to Arizona at the same time, and we're roommating to save some money so we can buy houses sooner.
Hey, Emma.
I hear, Artemis just adores that. I hear her,
She just sat
pick
down.
me up, human.
She just sat down.
You look so mad.
I'm gonna go eat and go to bed.
Alrighty, they're making you go in at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
That's
But
horrible.
it's all clerk work. You know what that means, though? If I work until 3 p.m., that's 12 hours.
Don't die.
They cannot keep me past that.
They cannot. Okay, good lord. Well, good luck with that, friend. I can shut the door so I don't like be noisy.
No, I'm too wired. I probably got a shower.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, though.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. I'll go ahead and get this spread cleared. Okay, and now we need to see. We've got some other folks who are wanting their carrots red tonight. Okay, don't do anything to cause the stream to crash again. Okay, let me see. Okay. I've got a little standby group, and I'm like, okay. Who's next into the hot seat?
A little standby group.
Standby group. Oh my god. All right. I'll eyeball the chat for a little bit while I wait to see who's next in line.
All right.
You've been
And
blind.
I'll hop out whenever you want.
Alrighty. You can go ahead and pop out now if you want, and then I can call you back in later if you want to join the discussion afterward.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for
Alright.
having me on.
And thank you, Stan.
Yeah, of course. Later, chat.
Alright, and we have the Lunius. I'm sorry, I'm going to struggle to say this. Ziegel Schmid Sylvester. I've been blind for a few years now, and I love listening to your videos in your free time. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to enjoy the audio. I've been doing narrations for a long time, and I like doing story times and all that, and I'm good at yapping, so I'm glad you can enjoy listening. Sorry, I'm a little out of the way. Okay, who next? Okay, Winter. Winter's in the hot seat. Hot potato, hot potato. How you get a reading? The people getting readings tonight, I set that up in advance. I'm bad at this. Excuse my boomer tendencies. Get them cards mixed up again. Okay. I'm not so good at multitasking. I mean, I can be, but certain things. Hello, Apollo. Okay, I've got the cards. The cards. God, what is it that Dr. Facilier, whatever he says? He's a cool villain. I like him. Oops. Yes. I can't. I'm typoing. It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna mix these up. What do you guys gotta say? Oh wait, the chat is like, wait, come back, chat. Okay, hold on. Winter, if you can just pop in the regular voice chat, I'll pull you over. We're having some technical difficulties. Oh wait, there she is. Okay, or there. Sorry, there. Sorry. Hold on. No, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Drag and drop. That's drag and drop. Come on, Discord. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hello! Okay.
Hi.
Hello! Alright, chat. We got him, boys. Okay. So...
My cat is crying.
Oh. I love these. Apollo's like hiding behind me here.
It's gonna I have a good TV.
Of all the places you could lay, you should lay somewhere where the people can see, Apollo. They want to see your beautiful face. Okay, so
My cat.
Winter, for
Yes.
your read, were you also wanting just a general reading?
Yeah, I've never done tarot before.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get these all mixed up for you. So basically the same drill as with Stan. I'm gonna break it down. There's 10 cards that I'll break into 5 2-card pairs, and then we'll rewind it and look at the whole picture after we've got the context. Okay.
Oh, weird.
Left, right,
Light.
or center?
Left.
Okay.
There's a lot of lag on the stream
Oh, I'm sorry.
between us talking and me seeing images with my eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I'll try and, like, verbally explain to you, and then... Sorry about the lag. I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Oh, geez, that's my voice? Why didn't y'all tell me I sound like Alvin the Chipmunk?
It's cute. Okay. So I'll go ahead and start with card number 1, which is the basic situation, or the gist of it. Is there a public Discord for my fans? There is a Discord. I have basically been adding people slowly in waves so we don't get overwhelmed too quickly. I'm about due, honestly, to start adding some new people. And it's basically like if you're added and you're like really dormant on there and you don't participate, we'll like clear out and make room and we'll bring new people in. And it's not that you can never come in again. Like when you're ready to be active again, you can just be re-added. I will try and get a link for you guys for the end of the stream. Or at least I'll try and figure, wait, let me see if I can figure that out. Have a invite. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll have wait, create edit invite link.
Don't mind any click-clacking,
Oh, no worries.
fidgeting, dice.
Generate new link. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paste this invite link. It's good for 6 hours, and I believe, will let 50 people in. So, the link's gonna expire after 6
geez,
hours.
that's loud, sorry.
Yeah, but it's gonna expire after 6 hours, and then, you know, some more time will pass, and I'll do another one and let more people in. But for now, I've got... There's the invite. It is good for 6 hours. And then, let me go back to, where's Discord? Okay. Back to the call. Okay. And now we're back in business. So, card number 1 is the situation. For you, Stan was getting king energy. Right off the bat, you're getting a queen. What is with all these court cards tonight? I'm mixing it up good and letting you pick. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse.
Woo!
So,
I have swords.
Swords, again, is the suit of communication. This can be good communication. It can be tense communication. It's just the suit of just communication in general. And queens are where king energy is like external. You know exactly what you want and you're ready to enact that upon the world. Queens is internal maturity. So you may know what you want internally, but you're not quite ready to act on it. And in this case, it is in reverse. So, again, because this is communication, you may be less certain about something communication-wise. Let me double check my notes because it's reverse. I struggle with reverse. But, also the shiny cards, oh my god. Like, I get really distracted. It's like a double-edged sword. I love this deck because it's beautiful and shiny. But the problem is, it catches the light, and then I'm like, what was I doing?
Gremlins like shiny.
So, again,
I like shiny.
swords are about communication. So, in this case, because it's in reverse, the queen is sort of trying to say that this is the energy of you are trying to figure out what you want to do, what is the right thing to do in a situation. You're not entirely sure what the right thing to do is. It may also be speaking on being emotional because with communicating and queens being like the emotional nurturing energy in reverse, you may be struggling with emotional stability. This could either manifest in being too emotionally distant, which could be coming off as cold, or you could be too overly emotional, and it could be that you are finding yourself being a little bit moody with big mood swings lately.
Both.
Both.
Yes, that is exactly me.
Okay.
I'm either stone, like heart of stone, rock, or I blow up in your face.
Okay. So that
Like, calm down.
So that's the general situation then, is just kind of speaking on that nature to yourself. The second card, what helps or hinders. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Another sword. Okay. So we're zooming in on communication. It's starting to look already like it's a communication-centered read. And aces speak of new beginnings and like fresh opportunities in the suit that they have, and this being swords is communication. So it's speaking of like a new communicative opportunity, but in reverse it changes the meaning a little bit. So I'm getting off track. Basically, if it were upright, it would be speaking on like a newfound clarity or a new understanding, but because it's upside down, it can speak on a situation that has regressed to a state of chaos and confusion. You may find that you're feeling like your judgment and communication is a little bit clouded right now, and you may even find that any clarity that you thought you had in a situation has kind of vanished, and it's just kind of turned into a big muddled mess. And I can see those two right away being connected with struggling with the emotions, and then what's hindering is you may currently, and I couldn't blame you given the condition of how things are in the world right now, you may be finding yourself feeling like you're kind of in the situation's a little bit foggy, it feels like a mess.
Considering I have not left my house from the last year, that's accurate. I've forgotten how to interact with people.
Oh, I feel it. Also the comment, stab the tree. That's right. Stab the tree.
Yeah, that is ironic with the swords, because I have one to my right now, actually. It's a kopesh. It's an Egyptian curved sword.
Nice.
That's a little spooky.
Interesting, you've got an affinity with swords, and then I wonder, so that seems like to be a suit that resonates with you. Okay,
Shiny.
well, moving on, we've got the next card, which is the past position. Okay, more suit cards. What is with all the suits tonight? Good lord, okay. You've got the King of Wands in reverse. So, again, speaking back to, big king energy, and, like, wands from before, which are inspiration, sometimes career-related. But this one's in reverse, so you may be finding that you are overly focused on only your own passion, like leaving little room for focus elsewhere. You know what you want, but you may find that in order to get there, because you've been struggling with the feeling muddled and confused, and also tying back to the queen with being potentially cold, it is saying that, to get where you want, be cautious not to be like overly cold to get there. And this is in the past position, so it may be that you in the past found yourself in a position where to get what it was that you wanted, you may have had to act a little bit coldly to look out for your interests, and you may have been hyper focused on just what you were after and sort of let other stuff fall to the wayside.
Former Walmart employee, yes, working at self-checkout. Have to put emotions on back burner.
Yeah, I can see how that would affect it. This one will connect to near future. We have the Lovers. Now, this card is just like the Death card. People get really confused and they go, okay, this card only talks about being in love. But the Lovers speaks to deeper things. It speaks to passion and alignment of values, and it can also speak to your purpose, like a grander connection to something that you truly love, your true passion. So I am seeing the connection from the King of Wands in reverse, saying that you've been hyper focusing on what it is you want, and in the near future it's got the Lovers card. So I could see, because you were hyper focused on your goals for your passion, you're headed towards a position to be doing something that resonates with your soul, something that you deeply enjoy doing. And that's really why you're hyper focused on it, and why you might find yourself being cold and standoffish, is because you got your business on your mind.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Love is like an onion. Okay.
That's ironic because I love...
Sorry, what?
I love onions.
Oh, man. Okay. So, we've got the next one, which is the external influence, which is basically what people can see on the outside.
Oh, dear.
The Nine of Wands. We got a dude. Okay, hold on. A dude.
I would say Gandalf, but he has a staff.
Yeah. So this guy, he's got a little bandage on his head. He got a bonk. He got a bonk on his head, and now he's looking over his sticks. He worked hard to get those sticks, and he got bonked on the head.
We're gonna get jump scared.
Protecting, oh boy, and it's probably still gonna get me, even though it's coming. But he worked hard to get those sticks, and he got bonked on the head protecting it. But as a result of getting bonked on the head from protecting his sticks, he's gotten paranoid. Oh god, okay. So we're gonna... Y'all on that Cicero stuff today. You're out of control. Kitty cat cosplay. Oh my god. Thank you.
You don't want to go into the Discord chat.
Oh no. I have a big surprise.
You don't want to see... Yeah, you don't want to see that.
I'm gonna be, honey, there's a big storm coming. Oh god, after the stream I'm gonna just get a tidal wave hitting me. It's fine. It's fine. Talking about what people can see on the outside. So basically, all the goofy talk about protecting the sticks is basically, you've worked hard to get to a level of success that you've got, to get the things you've got. You've worked your butt off to get there, and you finally, you're proud of what you've got, but as you've started to get to a better place, and as you've started to succeed, and as you've started to get a little bit better and do a little bit better, you've noticed that there have been some people that have... Oh, hold on, I think there's a troll that needs to be...
Yeah, that looked a little weird.
There you go. Okay. It's fine. I've got it. There are comments hidden. But basically, you've worked hard and you've started to make headway. And as a result, you've noticed there are some people who might have started to be a little bit envious of where you got, and they may have lashed out, and it ended up causing you discomfort and causing you to feel hurt by that. And that may not be the case of what is happening right now, but as a result of that having happened in your past, you are now defensive, on guard, ready to protect yourself from attacks, even if they aren't even there, because you've had this experience in the past, and you're now just hardwired to be defensive because that has happened to you.
Trust issues?
Mm-hmm.
Yup. Yep. Major.
And this is something that, being in the external position, people who are around you in your life can perceive this, and they know that this is a part of you.
Yeah.
The next card would be the internal.
I don't go to parties.
Oh, yeah. So we've got, the next one is the internal, the subconscious influence, which is what's going on under the surface.
Oh dear.
You've got your second major arcana, because the Lovers was a major arcana. You have another major arcana, which is Justice. And Justice is kind of interesting. It can have several different meanings, kind of in regards to the context that it is. But it's generally the card that represents karma. As above, so below, so to speak. As above, so below, you will reap what you sow. So it can be a good or bad card depending on how things are. But what's going on under the surface right now is some karmatic stuff. You may have worked hard and you are reaping some positive benefits, or there may be some struggles that you had with people, like the people who were bonking you with the sticks up in Nine of Wands. Maybe they were bonking you, and right now they're reaping that karma, and it's something that is not publicly out there, but you kind of know that this is happening.
Now that's taken a little more thought.
Yeah. It's basically, under the surface, it's sort of what you put into something, and like directly leads to what you'll get out of it. You might also have your mind caught up in karma, and you might be thinking about, if you've been working really hard towards something, you might be preoccupied thinking about, hoping for the payoff. All right, moving on to the next one, we've got how you affect the situation.
There's another jump scare coming up.
Oh god, okay, here we... Justice. Stick thieves getting bonked back. Hell yeah, bonk the stick thieves. With the very sticks they tried to steal.
Oh no, I got tons of swords.
Captain Slightly
Bonk them
Bluebeard.
with
Oh,
a
that's a
Sharpie
funny... Just slightly. Just slightly blue. Slightly. Oh god, I got like the double spook because I heard the...
Sorry.
We're good.
Sorry, I can't have my TV any lower, otherwise my...
No, you getting a lot of major arcana. Now you got the High Priestess in reverse. And this is where you come into play. Okay, the High Priestess is a card that speaks on your gut, your intuition, and listening to your inner voice. And this position is you and how you affect the situation. In reverse, this card is telling you that you haven't been tapping into your intuition lately. You haven't been listening to that inner voice, to your gut. You've been kind of disconnecting from your third eye for whatever reason. And I'm inclined to think, looking back at the previous cards, how the current situation is you've been finding yourself struggling with emotions, and the stab the tree, Ace of Swords in reverse, speaking of finding yourself in a situation where you feel muddled and dazed and confused, and possibly as a result of all this chaos in your life, you found yourself disconnected with your deeper self. The next card.
Eh,
Oh, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
is it accurate?
Okay, good to know.
I can't talk too much louder, otherwise my sometimes.
Oh, no worries. I just wasn't sure whether I was glitching out. Feminine energy too. Yeah, it can. It can also speak on the feminine energy, though I guess I would say more that the Empress is really heavy in the female energy. But yeah, the High Priestess can also be feminine, but I guess it speaks more on the intuition and the gut. At least in my interpretation. Everybody interprets differently. The next one is other people and the environment. And this is one that I can't hold too close to the screen because it's a drawing that has it has naked people on it. No.
Do you have tape?
They're tiny. They're tiny little naked people.
No.
Let me just cover them with my finger. Cover the naked. Naked little demon imp people. It is the devil in reverse. And, okay, so this is interesting to see, because the devil upright usually speaks of you are kind of a slave to your vices. You've got toxic, negative habits that you can't escape from. In reverse, though, it can speak of breaking chains and breaking away from negative habits and these things that you're sort of stuck and feel trapped in. And being in the position of other people or in the environment, you may find, like, and those bad habits may be that you have gotten more antisocial or whatever, and you may have picked up, antisocial habits from the quarantine. But,
That was way before the quarantine. This is the loudest you will ever hear me speak. I go into public, and I am turtle.
But, so basically, in this position, it's speaking of people or the environment affecting the situation. And in this case, it seems like there will be a time in the environment or someone in your life who will help you overcome these vices. That you're going to basically, you may be struggling to listen to your intuition. Your intuition may know how to overcome it. You may be struggling to listen to that, but the environment, the time will be right for you to start working on these things and make positive change. Moving on, we've got the card that is representative of hopes, dreams, or fears in the subconscious. Wheel of Fortune! Oh my god, how many major arcana do you have?
What the
Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 cards so far are major arcana. The major arcana speak of big events. The minor arcana speak of internal, everyday life, just you affecting things. The major arcana can generally speak of the world and things affecting you. And I guess if part of what's got you feeling out of whack and stuff is literally the pandemic global situation, I can see a lot of those things being related to a larger scale. But, Wheel of Fortune. Basically, the Wheel of Fortune, it can speak of luck. Some people use it as a sign of, like, roll the dice, the odds are in your favor right now. It's upright. So, it's good luck. Also reminds you life moves in cycles. When things are good, enjoy them being good. When things are not great, just know that basically life moves in cycles. You're not going to be down forever. A thing to keep in mind with the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Life, is that it's gonna keep on rolling whether we want it to or not. So enjoy the ride, just hang on tight, because if you try to struggle against the great wheel, it'll crush you. So enjoy it and have fun with it. And it seems in the position of your hopes, it was hopes, fears, or dreams. So hopes and dreams, I get positive from this, is that, you're hoping to be able to enjoy the cycles of life, to have good luck, and you're hoping for things to remain in your favor.
Wow.
Okay. Is the Discord getting too out of control?
Well, it's the Drunkel's there.
Oh, Drunkel's doing what Drunkel does. I don't think I need any more.
No.
You've said enough.
And we've
Drunkel.
got a lot of newbies.
You know,
So he's breaking them in.
Okay, Drunkel, get your big boy pants on. I'm gonna read your cards.
Be
next.
there, the cars.
I need. No,
I was just watching the Mummy the other day.
You need to be next, boy. Like, this is just.
There's another jump scare coming.
Okay, yep. Chloe Miller, my boyfriend and I love your content. I'd love a reading. Is there a way you could get one by the end of the night? If not, I understand completely. Potentially by the end of the night. It would have to be after the stream, but I do offer readings. You can see on my Twitter. I've got a pinned tweet that has my my sheet and information. But I'm sorry, what, Drunkel? No Speedo! No Speedo!
What? I was laughing. What did he say? No.
Oh God, said he's gonna get Speedo. Okay, Drunkel. We have one more card. Let's get on track. Okay. So for your
Drunkel needs a stick. He's a weapon stick.
Okay. So for your final card, we have potential outcome. We've got the Chariot. And the Chariot, again, speaks on taking the reins and seizing control. So, zooming back out and looking at this whole picture with all the puzzle pieces in place, it's saying that the situation is that you're struggling with your emotions, your moods. What's hindering that is that the situation has just been thrown into overdrive, probably pandemic related. You mentioned there being stuff beforehand, but I imagine the pandemic just supersized it. You found yourself just focusing on, you just want to get from point A to point B, and I don't really care about the other stuff. You mentioned that your job just made you feel that way. However, in the near future, you may have the opportunity to connect deeper with something that is something you're truly passionate about. Perhaps this time away that you've got, through the confusion, you're going to be able to like restructure and focus more on what really means a lot to you. On the outside, people can see that you're a bit defensive, you've been hurt, and it's made you struggle to trust people, and as a result, you're constantly on your toes, ready to prepare for attacks, even if they're not there. Internally, under the surface, your mind is caught in karma. Karma plays a big part in, under the surface, something that you may even subconsciously, just in the back of your mind, find yourself thinking about. Maybe you're putting a lot of time and thought into the people who made you get so defensive. Maybe part of you, even in your subconscious, is still caught up in hoping they get what is coming for what they did. How you're affecting the situation, you're a little bit out of touch with your third eye, so to speak, your intuition. Through all the stuff that's happening, it's made you feel a little disconnected. However, someone or the environment is going to have a time and a place where the opportunity is going to arise for you to sort of handle those vices, those restrictions, and break those chains. And your hope is for the cycles of life to remain on the upside, not the downside. And if you focus and you try to work through gaining a little bit of control over this defensiveness and the coldness, and perhaps using the help of the people who are going to offer this assistance in breaking those chains, it will help you have a better opportunity to grab control of the reins and not only control the direction of your life, but also control your emotions and give you better control over that yourself.
Wow. Stoner, I cannot grab the rings with oil. That would be a bad idea.
Y'all. Whew.
You don't want to look at the
Just
Discord right
bonk
now.
the stick. Sorry, what?
You don't want to look at the Discord right now.
Y'all, do I need to turn this car around?
No.
I will ground
Drunkel's
you.
just breaking it. Drunkel's just breaking it in piece.
Well, you mentioned this being your first tarot reading?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense to you.
That was scarily accurate.
Good to know. Again, it's tough going into these complete cold readings where I don't know any context, and somehow the cards are just like, yeah, don't worry, we know. Alrighty.
Who started the oil?
And it starts. Alrighty, well, thank you so much, Winter, for entering the hot seat, letting me read your carrots.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, we need to. Where's?
So who next?
Let me see.
Who next is fun?
Let's see. Wait. Where are you? Drunkel? Drunkel, get in here. You've been nothing but trouble. Let my cards roast
Uh-oh.
you.
Uh-oh. Are we putting Drunkel in the hot seat?
Where are you? You've been...
I know.
Hold on, let me at him. So y'all can hear the chaotic stupid energy he brings.
Of a Marine. Here.
Get over here!
You know, I think y'all have had enough of my voice.
Hold on. This is a little bit like chaotic stream tonight, so sorry for that, but you know, normally I'll be a little more structured. I wanted it to be structured. But you know, there's a lot going on. This is a totally new thing, a new format that I tried. Oh my god.
Okay. Have fun.
Summon me at leisure, madam. My mind and body are oiled. Jesus Christ. This is...
Have fun.
Oh god, okay, hold on. Okay. Thank you again, Winter. I'm gonna drag this chaos entity in here.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, thank you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You here? Hello?
Here. Hello.
Hello?
I am ready.
What
Let's
are
do
you
this.
doing with the chat? I just hear nothing but everyone's losing their mind.
It's beautiful.
Oh god.
I hope chaos. Look at them go. Look at them. Look at these beautiful little lemmings. I love them.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh god. Okay. This is out of control.
What have you got for old Bacchus today?
Let's see what the cards have to say. You're an interesting entity. I want to see the cards' take on what they got to say about you, and feel free to give your commentary as this goes on.
Very well. Give it to me, magic cards. Where's my beer?
For the chat, this is Drunkel. He's our resident chaos
Oh yeah.
uncle.
Hello. I've been the one whipping you all into frenzies. Apparently, I think, possibly. Who knows?
Leading the charge of the chaos. Oh my god. I leave chat for like 5 minutes, and he's like, "Okay, I've got work to do." Okay.
Leading the charge with flags sticking out of my ears on a fireworks skateboard with sparklers in my nose.
Oh my god. Okay. I have 3 piles that I can draw the cards from. Do you want me to draw from middle, left, or right?
You know what? Let's swing swing low this time. Swing low, sweet chariot.
Okay, what does that mean?
I don't know. Just singing, I guess.
No.
I don't know.
Left, right, or center?
Oh, oh, fuck. All right, swears. Let's go left. Left turn show.
Okay. This is gonna be an interesting read. Very interesting. All right.
I'm almost scared to look at chat.
They're gonna roast you.
You know what? You all are my little pog champs. Come here.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Card number 1. We got the situation at hand. We've got the 4 of Pentacles.
Alrighty.
Look at this dude. He's sitting here. He's got his little shiny circle, and he's hoarding it to himself, going, "Do not take my circle. This is my circle."
I'm gonna steal his circle now just to get vengeance on him.
It's you. It's you with your circle.
Oh,
That's you and
my
your
circle.
So,
Fine. My shiny.
let's see. Right off the bat, the man hugging his circle is a card that inevitably it speaks of you are comfortable with what you got, and as a result, you are scared of losing it. You are deep within your comfort zone, and you don't know how you feel about taking certain kinds of risks that pull you out of that comfort zone. You're a crazy person, but everybody has comfort zones in different areas of their life, and you may be finding yourself not wanting to take certain risks because you don't want to lose the good thing you got, and refusing to take any risks like this is going to keep you from moving forward.
No, I see what you're getting at here. There are some situations in my life currently that would apply to this.
And the next card is what helps or hinders. You got the Death in reverse, which is interesting. Already, they're pairing up. Okay. Death in tarot, everyone's like, "Oh my god, the Death card, it's gonna die." No, Death is not a bad card. Death is one of the
Death is my friend. Come on, he still owes me $20.
Death is actually a pretty good card in the deck. It's a major arcana. Death speaks of basically like the phoenix rising from the ashes, closing an old chapter to start a new one. And in reverse, it sort of speaks you need to go through a sort of necessary change. You need to close an old chapter in your life. You are probably hesitant to close said chapter in your life, and you are putting off a necessary transformation, a necessary piece of growth. But the thing is, you're gonna have to let go of this old so you can begin with the new. Either way, Death speaks of there's a new chapter. A chapter you're in has to close, or will close, is closing, in order to open the new one. But in reverse, you are delaying letting that happen, because just like with Mr. Circle Man holding on to a circle because he's comfortable and he's afraid of letting the familiarity go, what's hindering you is you're not ready, you're not quite there yet on being willing to let this transition happen, but it's gonna need to happen for you to start the next chapter.
Necessary change.
Necessary change, exactly, but sort of what will hinder you is being afraid of it and resisting it.
Well, as the British SAS say, who dares wins.
Alrighty. Well, moving on, we've got the past card. Page of Swords in reverse. Again, pages speak of new beginnings, and swords, again, are the suit of communication and the energy that comes along with that. This one, however, is in reverse. So basically, because swords, communication, now may not be the best time to try reaching out, communicating, amending something. The environment may be a little bit wonky at the moment and could go sideways on you. And this is in the past position. So you may have come out of a period of time where it just was not the right time for that. And that may be tying directly into why there's that comfort zone and that hesitancy to change, because, well, you just came out of a period of time where it was not the right time for that change. And because you knew it was not the right time for it, even though things are different now, you may still be hesitant because you went through that period.
Rough patch leading to a period of kind of closing into myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's soon time to come back out of that.
Yeah. The next card is a possible near future. You've got more swords. Big king energy, king of swords.
I like sword. Give me sword.
The near future speaks of knowing what you need to do and being prepared to seize that big king energy and make it happen. It's funny how they're all kind of tying together about you need to make a change. You need to let a new chapter begin. You were in a period of time where you were kind of hesitant about it, but in the near future, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're pretty much ready to let that change happen, and you're going to be ready to seize that opportunity and take the action.
This is all strangely correlating in like some very scary, like futuristic ways. Because I'm soon to get out of the military. I know what I need to do in order to transition out and to get the job I'm after. It's all about just letting time run out and then taking the leap.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's the cards. Sometimes it's like, okay, how are you like tapping in on this very specific aspect that and sometimes it like hyper focuses on things that you didn't even think it would, because you're like, oh, I've got this big thing, that's what it's gonna focus on, and then it picks this weird thing in the background, like, hey, get out of there.
Someone is telling me to do a very specific thing. I'll wait till the end.
Okay. Well, the next card is the external expression, what people around you can see. Yeah. The sun.
Oh dear.
Bright.
Is this me?
Vibrant. Being a person that has energy that attracts people to you. It's vibrant, it's exciting, it's fun, it's positive, and you just kind of bring this energy with you wherever you go, and I 100% can vouch for that. You got sun vibe.
Big ball, chaos, fireball, god, sky thing? Yes!
And that's, everyone perceives this on the outside. What we've got down here now, what's going on under the surface?
Oh dear, I fear.
The Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant is a card that speaks on tradition and religion and doing things by the book and not making waves and just kind of doing what you need to do, group identity, faith. But in reverse, it speaks on wanting to break away from the status quo, being kind of not really wanting the regular
Anarchy?
traditional things. Huh?
Anarchy?
Yeah, a little
Anarchy?
You're just kind of
Anarchy!
You're just not vibing with organized groups telling you what to do. You're kind of over it. Which you said you're almost done with the army. I can see you're kind of over it.
Yeah, Marines can take their gobbledygook and leave with it. I'm done. Eat the apple, F the core, and all that rut.
But the Hierophant, basically, it's like you're feeling restricted and constrained by too much structure, too many rules and expectations on you, and it's basically going, you are ready to break the status quo. You're ready to make waves, and you're just over it. You're over someone ruling over you with an iron fist and telling you what you gotta do.
Rules can be fun, though. They're fun to bend. I like seeing the people who hide behind them bend with them.
That's literally you tapping into Hierophant reverse energy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So
Stoner is
Drunkel a
right.
ball
Crayons
of-
taste delicious.
So Drunkel is a ball of flaming gas with swords. We're doomed.
Yep, basically.
Thing, Quickie Comic says, "Damn, those cards are dead on for Drunkel."
I'm scared. What is this magic?
The
He
cards.
scared me. Crayon eater, no brain good. Don't know how cards know me.
They're that smiley face emoji with the hand like coming towards you. They're here to vibe check you.
Oh god. No, vibe check back with baseball bat with spikes.
Bonk. Okay, we got
Big
next-
bonk off to horny jail with you, Smiley.
We got how you affect the situation. Okay, so how you affect the situation, as of right now, it's the Four of Wands in reverse again, which is speaking on the Four of Wands speaks. Fours are numerology structure and stability, and this one is speaking of structure in your home life, structure in relationship, structure in that being like nice and stable. And in reverse, it's like it's how you're affecting is it's a little uncertain right now, and I can see that tying in with your life about to change, and that, you know, with the being in the Marines, you're moving around. It makes it hard to know where you're gonna settle down, how you're gonna do things. You're not. There's a lot of decisions to be made, and things are a little bit up in the air right now.
Everything is constantly in flux, and I've been flying by the seat of my pants for like the past 4 years, and it's honestly kind of been hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Alright, we got how others or the environment affects the situation. More swords? Whoo! You got you got the 10 of Swords. AKA
Everybody like my
he's dead.
sword.
He is dead. He has all 10 swords in his back. As Yzma would put it, well, he ain't getting any deader.
Oh.
So,
Ow.
basically, the environment and other people are going to affect the situation. The 10 of Swords, it can be both a bad and a good card. The 10 of Swords basically marks something is over. It's just, it's done. You are over.
2020?
There's no way to try and keep, like, there's no point in continuing to put energy into it, time into it, focus, like, it's, the situation is done. The good news is you don't have to focus on it anymore. That chapter is going to be closed. This, again, because it's the environment and others, could be calling back to the fact that you're almost done. But
So many things. This time is it. It's done. We're everywhere. Let's go, Chads!
But it's saying that something is basically, it's done, let it go, and don't look back. And
Yep, I can see that.
We've got 2 cards left. This is
Sorry, not to keep cutting you off or
no
anything.
worries, go for it. It's entertaining. Then we've got
Go.
hopes and fears. Okay, we've got the High Priestess again.
Oh.
I think in reverse, the High Priestess.
Does this mean I fear my wife?
No, this means what you're afraid of is being like it hopes or fears in an interesting way, because again the High Priestess talks about being disconnected with your intuition, being cut off from your inner self, and no longer being in touch with what it is that you truly know you want. And this might speak to the fact that your time in the force is almost over, and it may be that you're kind of nervous about going into a period where you really got to figure out who you are post this period of your life, and you're kind of afraid of having to go through that process and get back into touch with the new you.
That's actually an interesting one right there that I can see running deeper than that. But I'm not about to go until...
Fair enough.
I don't think anyone wants to sit here and listen to me ramble about my amazing youth full of explosions and other stuff and things.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we've got the final card. Let's see how that ties in.
Dear, I fear.
We have the good old Queen of Pentacles. Queen of
Ooh.
Pentacles. So, the Queen of Pentacles, again, is that queen energy of knowing what is the right thing to do, but you are not really ready to make that decision. And in this case, it's Pentacles. Pentacles is the suit of money.
Ooh.
So, in this card, I believe I grabbed it wonky, so I believe it was actually in reverse. But I grabbed it like a weirdo. But in reverse, it basically speaks on not being sure what is the right thing to do, and Pentacles in regards to work or money, and being confused and a little bit directionless. And again, I think this may tie right back in to finishing up your time in service, because once you leave, you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do for your career and the rest of your life, and you got to figure out what you want to do. Are you going to be happy? How's it going to be going into the economy right now, and all the concerns that come with that?
I can see that, especially because we just got over a hell year like 2020. The military is actually a very big blanket for a good number of people going through that whole ordeal, starting from, I think a lot of people started going under in like February or something.
Yeah. And a lot of companies aren't hiring the same as they were, so it's a little weird.
Yeah, but I didn't really have to worry about that. I was sitting pretty in paid-for barracks with paid-for food in my nice little Hell Island vacation, #Okatraz. If anyone ever wants to go there, I'd be happy to go with you. Yeah, I was just kind of chilling on an island watching the world burn, essentially, and it was just kind of like a weird perspective.
Yeah, and
I can
cut loose into it.
Yeah, and I'm seeing now where it's coming from. It's a big change, a big shift. And I've got a lot to gain or lose with this upcoming transition.
Yeah, because zooming out and looking at the entirety of the spread, it really seems to be hyper focusing on the change you're going to be going through. And again with Mr. Circle Man, Four of Pentacles hugging a circle, you've had the comfort of this job. It's been your comfort zone for past several years, and a change is coming. Like you said, you're getting out. You're not going to continue and do more time. So you've got that.
Heck not.
You got that change coming up, but you're also apprehensive about that change because there's so much uncertainty about it, and that you've sort of come from a place where you haven't been entirely sure what direction before. In the past, you weren't entirely sure what direction you were going into, but through events that have happened, you are well on your way to the big king energy where you know what you want to do. You're gonna make the choices based off of that. You give off the energy of the sun. People can see you as this very vibrant person, and what's going on under the surface pretty much matches. You're just like, I'm no rules, boo. I'm done with the structure. Chaos.
The system, break the law.
So you're pretty much kind of an open book with people, because what you see is kind of what you get with you. Like with everybody, you keep certain things to yourself, but you tend to be a pretty open book and not keep
Heart
too
on
much
sleeve,
of your real self.
cursing aloud.
Like, I get the vibe that this is not just a persona you put on, this is you.
I mean, sure. When have you seen me acting otherwise? People who know me more deeply, yeah, they pretty much will agree with the same thing. What you see is what you get.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a fan of liars, so why would I stick to doing anything of the sort?
Yeah. But yeah, the stability is about to be rocked a little bit as you exit this period of general stability you've had for like 4 years. The Ten of Swords is basically saying you're done. You're not gonna go back to this. Like you're over it.
Big Finny.
And you're gonna have to go through a period of time where you're a little nervous about rediscovering the new you post this chapter of your life. And you've got to go in and figure out what you're gonna do with the rest of your future. But given that you've got that big king energy and the sun energy, I think you're gonna be just fine.
Heck yes, spirit with the cock of the sun, shiny sword!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sun god be praised.
What have we got in the comments?
Yes. Pray hard enough, sun will bring rain and sexy wife or husband.
Okay. Well, what did you think of the cards?
Just like with Stand in Winter, it was hitting certain nails strangely too head on, and it's just how what why how God.
Get out of my head, cards. You're scaring me.
Spooky, scary, shiny. No, shiny's supposed to be good. I have shiny, man. Shiny, good, not bad.
Maybe it's like
Shiny,
in
magic,
nature
scary.
where the bright shiny colors are actually indicating danger.
Oh, that just makes them tastier. At least with crayons, that works.
Oh my god.
The shiny betrayed me. Shiny will betray all of you too.
Yeah.
Beware, shiny.
Okay. So we have done readings for Stan. We've done readings for Winter, and now we've done a reading for Drunkel. I believe we had oh gosh, let me scroll up to my list.
I think
It was conversation. We had
Oh,
Alex
Stoner and Viceroy.
Viceroy.
Right, you're left.
Yeah. So
Yep, I'll get out your hair. No more cursed for people. At least not for me directly. But one last thing. MB, I love you. Mwah.
You
But
guys are
yeah, that's my
adorable.
last thing. Thanks. Peace, madam. Thanks for having me.
Of course, and thanks for letting me snatch your weave, alright?
Not a problem. In fact, do it more often. Curse more people. Bring more chaos. I thrive on it. I love it.
Alright, now we have two people on deck, either Alex or I'm summoning people. Yeet. And now we have Drunkel being returned. I've cut him loose to go back and wreak more terror in the Discord, as he does. Alright, next on deck, Viceroy. We're gonna add you to the chat, okay, and pink. Hello?
Yes, and yeah, but no, yes, and yeah, but you know like that.
You got a cold? You good?
After Drunkel, I had to find something interesting to follow that. I'm pretty fluent in backmasking.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I hope you've been enjoying seeing the process of the other reads and it hasn't, made you too nervous.
No, I think I can handle anything after that one.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'm going ahead and okay, after that I'm gonna just do another totally thorough to make sure. I've been trying to, like, when I take apart the spreads, put them in, like, randomly sticking them in the deck, but I'm just gonna do another full-on twist up.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's thoroughly mixed again. I just get paranoid that, like, am I shuffling it enough? But then I split it and people choose the deck, so the fact that it gets the same cards, they just need those cards, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna split this into 3 piles, And the drill by now. I'm going to ask you whether you want me to draw from left, center, or right.
I'm going with right.
All right. Oh, rip all earphones users. Is it too loud? I can turn him down a little bit.
That was on me. I apologize for that.
Oh, no worries. Let me see. About 80% instead of 100. Okay. Alrighty, we've got the right, and we're gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And for yours, did you have a particular focus you wanted to lean into, or did you just want general?
I'm guessing I'm going to go with general.
Okay. No worries. Let's take a look. Card number 1. The general situation. Okay, you saw me mix this thoroughly. I split it into 3 different decks. I cut it. And yet, we're getting same cards in, because once again, we have death in reverse. So...
Well, I mean, I saw you on a 7-second delay, but okay.
I scrambled it. Okay, well, the root of the situation for you is you are resistant to a necessary change. There's something you need to let go of to start a new chapter, and you don't want to do it. There is a necessary transition that will lead to new growth, but you're holding off on doing it. Is
That's
that
food for thought.
all right? And then in the helps or hinders spot, we have another major arcana. Y'all are just pulling all the major arcanas tonight, because that was Winter had a buttload of them. Oh my god. But you got Judgment in reverse. And Judgment, people immediately want to think it's just like a legal thing. And I guess in some reads, the way some people read it, they do it that way. But when I look at the Judgment card as being a card of knowing your true purpose, your calling, embracing your calling, but in reverse, it is speaking of like a sort of self-doubt. You've been giving into self-doubt that is causing you to miss opportunities, and you're struggling with who you are, what your purpose is, and what you want to do.
Wow. That's actually kind of accurate.
Okay.
Jeez.
And that is tying directly into this this death in reverse. The situation at hand is you're feeling like you're missing opportunities. You don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, and because you don't know these things and you're stuck in this headspace, you are not able to yet close the chapter of your life that you need to do in order to start the new chapter of yourself. It's interesting, like, as the more cards you get, the more the picture starts to paint itself. Alright, number 2, or number 3, in this case, would be the past. What led to this? Interesting. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is speaking of a regretful but necessary transition. You had to let go of something that hurt to let go of. Something had to change. You had to let something go, and it didn't feel good. And this was in your past. It basically spoke that you needed, in order to find inner peace, to find peace with your life, you had to make this regretful transition, and that you may find it difficult to let go, or in the past, maybe you either went through a period where you had to have this regretful transition, or you were resisting having this painful transition, letting something go.
Mhm. That's interesting because that doesn't really sound like anything big that's gone on in my past, honestly.
Hmm.
I mean, some of the things that I've had to deal with and let go of, I basically felt like it was just holding me down. If I didn't, I needed to, say, I can't take this anymore and I got to get out of it. And it wasn't anything major. I don't
Oh,
want anyone getting feared. It was just, one of those weird things, but I
yeah, no,
don't recall anything.
that actually lines up with this card. In the past position, the Six of Swords is you you let something go to move forward.
Hmm. Okay.
It is speaking on a regretful but necessary transition. So you had to let something go to move on to find balance, to find something that worked better for you. Doesn't mean you had fun letting it go. It was something that probably kind of sucked to have to do, but you knew it was the right thing and you needed to let it go.
Yeah, that kind of makes more sense.
But especially since it's in the past position, this is something that you have done in the past. Is you've gone through this regretful transition. The next
Hmm.
one is the near future, and that is that's another major arcana. It's upside down. Let me turn it upright so you can see the artwork. That is strength in reverse.
Now, who's the Strength King?
So in reverse, basically, it kind of flip flops the meaning a little bit, and it's
Oh.
interesting because where the chariot is like aggressive, harness the energy in like more aggressive strength in a way. The strength card can also speak to more of the softer internal strength of spirit, strength of willpower, and also compassion. There's a lot of strength in compassion. But in reverse, this card can speak of, again, self-doubt. You may be starting to doubt yourself. Maybe finding that you're getting a little shaky with your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And that you may find yourself facing a sort of painful setback that leaves you feeling a little bit shaken. And this card basically tells you that you've got to remember, you're going to have to remember your inner strength while you're having these tough times. Because that's going to be, like, you've got to hold on to that strength because otherwise these things are too much.
Yeah.
And that sort of ties back again to judgment in reverse, I think, in kind of questioning where you are, what you're meant to be doing, who you are, and that as a result has left you feeling a little bit unsure of yourself.
Maybe. Yeah.
And this is also past connecting to a potential future outcome. So it's interesting to see what picture that'll paint. We've got the external influence. You got another major arcana. Temperance in reverse. I'll get that picture up for y'all.
A lot of reverse cards.
Oh, angel. Yeah, it's interesting because reverse can sometimes reverse the meaning. It can sometimes mean look at the upright position. Like, it can also literally mean the same thing as upright, but you need to look at it from a new perspective that you hadn't considered before. It's kind of interesting. Some people don't even read with reverse cards. It like gets a little bit more complicated because it kind of like doubles up the meanings, and there's just a lot that it could mean. But in this case, for reverse, upright temperance speaks of like balance and the ability to like see both sides of a situation and to be like a mediator. Whereas reversed, it can speak of imbalance or being like intolerant. It could be a potential warning that following a certain path could lead to imbalance, but since this is in the position of what people see on the outside, I think it's more so leading into people can perceive you as being impatient and not really wanting to see things from their side, being more focused on you know what you want, you know what you think the situation is, and you don't really want to give time for them and what you perceive to be their nonsense.
Well,
And this is just
That-
speaking on what people can perceive without knowing what's really going on. Internally, we've got the Page of Cups reversed. And once again, good old cups are our emotional suit. And pages are speaking on the environment. And because they're in the court. They're a court card rather than a regular suit card. In the reverse position, the Page of Cups generally means that under the surface, so this is the under the surface one, that the environment is not super great for emotional matters for you. You may be struggling with things in regards to like relationships, emotions, and it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, just relationships in general. Or it could be speaking of like passions of the heart. You may be struggling to retain the same fire for things that you used to feel really passionate about. And this is just what's kind of percolating underneath right now.
I don't know. That doesn't actually sound like me, but it's you're the expert. I
Okay.
but
Because the page in upright position speaks on new opportunities. So I suppose if the reverse isn't quite a fit, we'd have to look at it in a new perspective, which basically would be the alternative way of reading a reversed version of a card. So upright, the Page of Cups speaks of new passions, new relationships, new interests. In this case, with it being in reverse, if it is speaking of something going on, is perhaps you're picking up a new interest and it's not coming from a place you would have expected it. And a new perspective, it could be that something, you're surprised by this new element in your life.
pardon me.
It's hard to know because this is subconscious. What happened? Sorry, I'm getting distracted with the chat. The next one would be the Eight of Swords in reverse again. Eight of Swords is speaking of, generally it is the card that is known as like the damned if you do, damned if you don't card. And this is in the where you affect the situation card, but this one's also reversed, so it's a slightly different meaning, basically that how you can affect your current situation. And I think this is gonna bounce back to your situation of feeling lost and not really sure what it is that you want, and this change that needs to happen. You may be finding yourself making yourself anxious. You may be finding yourself kind of worried over things that you can't really control. Spending too much time freaking yourself out over thoughts and going down dark rabbit holes that you probably shouldn't be putting that energy into.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense in certain situations, but I am trying my best to not let that happen, actually.
Yeah, and this is the how you can affect the situation. So it's not necessarily saying you're doing that. It is in the position of how you can affect the situation. You can give into that, or you can choose not to. The next one would be the environment, which is wait, I should make sure I'm showing these cards. Did I show this one here? And then this one is the Eight of Pentacles. Little guy with his hammer, hammering out his little circles. His little circles that Drunkel's guy can cling onto and not share.
It's the band hammer he enforces the rules with.
The band hammer, he's gonna get you. So, the Eight of Pentacles is like the dude in the picture at the end of the day is an apprentice, and he's laying down the foundations. So in reverse, this card is telling you that you're going to need to lay down the foundations. You may be either lacking the motivation to get into learning something new, or you may even find that you are so much of a perfectionist that you are basically blocking the way to your own success. What I can see here with the apprentice and how this is connected here, you might find yourself again also not sure what you should do with back here. Are you finding yourself in a position where you're trying to figure out what it is you really want to be doing with the rest of your life for your career?
Not really. I mean, I have a firm foundation kind of set in motion, and like, yeah, the most thing I was looking for was free times because I actually had maybe quite a lot of interesting things I wanted to try, like, books to read, films to
Mm-hmm.
see, trying my hands at writing stuff, or getting into, D&D, or possibly other
Okay.
things. I actually am thinking about I don't know if I should say this, but I've actually been thinking about learning how to play the bagpipes.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people just think it's like loud one note, one song thing that's a cliche joke, but if you listen to some good foreign metal bands like Helveti or Eins Verum, which I know Stan and I have talked about a bit, it's actually a beautiful tune and a musical instrument that can actually make very interesting things. But
I like
so
there's like this street group called like Clanadonia or something where they play these giant drums and bagpipes and it's like really intense.
hmm.
It's cool. But so it seems like you've got okay, so it gets a little bit easier when I've got pieces of context. So it seems like with The Apprentice in reverse about laying foundations is you've got a lot that you want to do and you just basically need to make sure that you're able to actually set up the foundation to start doing all these things you want to do because it's easy to have ideas for everything you want to do, but it's another thing entirely to actually start laying down the foundation and like dedicating time making it happen.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like me. It's like, okay, I have a good deal of free times thanks to a promotion I got at work, which allows me to work at home. And then it's like, okay, now I can do maybe like read a short book, read a few chapters of this, try this out. But sometimes it's almost like, okay, but where do I start? Do I start with movies, or do I start catching up on breaking down my Netflix or my Shudder? So yeah, that does make more sense because it always feels like I just have so much to do, but not enough time to do that, even though I look back and say, I could have done that, but emotionally I was not in the right state from things, whether it be like trolls on another server or just general boredom or allergies making me unable to actually do stuff. But it's, yeah, that kind of makes more sense.
Okay. Let's see the next one then. The Fear or Hopes card, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Um, I should show the card. You've got three people who are coming together and they're building something. Threes can, in numerology, can often relate to creation, and then the threes can relate to teamwork. Since this one's another reversed one, it is basically saying that you may be finding your interests disjointed with other people in your life. You may be finding that people are kind of pulling in different directions, wanting to do different things rather than like sticking together how you would like.
Mm,
You may also
I don't know about
you almost you may also find that there's people in your life who are not necessarily putting in their fair share of work. And this is, by the way, hopes and fears. So I could see this as perhaps not wanting to lose contact, lose the connection and the unity that you've got with friends if you drift too far into new hobbies, or how things are changing currently, because there's a lot of stuff changing in the world.
Well, COVID definitely put a strain on that, but yeah, I really value some of my friends, and we do share a lot of the same interests, whether it's just playing a decent board game or watching a movie, which thanks to Discord we can still kind of do with some YouTube movies being uploaded. But it's like, I definitely don't want to lose that bond. Although some people do have some different tastes, like if I love good horror, one friend might not, and it's like, I don't want to push you into watching this, but you got to respect the graphic effects of this one dude.
Yeah, and it can also be tough because you've only got so much time and ways that you can hang out now with the way it is, like with the COVID stuff happening. It's making it, you've only got so much time, and if like you're not on board with doing the same things, it can sometimes feel like you're not getting to see the people you care about nearly as much as you'd like to.
Yeah, my D&D group is major like that. We had so much fun together, and mostly, of course, it was me laughing when I tossed my little Freddy Fazbear plushie at one of my friends for laughs.
Oh my gosh, I do miss D&D, man. It's been crazy though with things.
Speaking of Freddy Fazbear, did you know did you see that trailer for that Nicolas Cage movie, Willy's Wonderland?
What? There's a new Nicolas Cage. Listen, I unironically love watching Nicolas Cage's stuff. He's so entertaining.
You if you haven't seen this, I don't want to say stop everything and watch this trailer, but it's Nicolas Cage basically in an animatronics store with like Five Nights at Freddy's style animatronics coming out, except he's not taking any of their crap. Like, there's an ostrich robot with huge anime eyes that comes up. He just breaks a broom and starts like wailing. I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, okay, this is top 10 movies of 2021, hands down.
I'm gonna have to see this.
Although actually, there was another Five Nights at Freddy's kind of movie called the Banana Splits movie, which I think was actually based on a discarded movie script. But they were like, well, it's not actually it's not a good script to waste. Let's just make it a sci-fi premiere and use the Banana Splits, an old sketch comedy costume thing, and make them robots and stuff. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have a very desperate need to see Nicolas Cage doing his Nicolas Cageisms at Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. This seems like something I need.
Well, madam, if you're so desperate for Nicolas Cage,
no!
I've been known to really let the cage go flying, baby, cause you shout out.
That was good. That was uncomfortable.
Well, you see, madam, my gift of mimicry is far beyond that of comprehension.
Whew, I need to dial myself back in. Okay, I got
I'm sorry,
final card. Once again, here he is again. Literally, how does he keep coming up? King of Swords. This is the card of basically that big king energy. So what I'm seeing is tying it in is you may have been struggling with all those internal feelings of like kind of feeling listless, not knowing what to do, having too much that you want to do, just not being sure what you need to do. But at the end of the day, you've got the energy of the King of Swords. You're gonna internally know what it is that you need to do, and you're gonna be prepared to do it, because it seems in essence this sword, or this card, this King of Swords, resonates with you. I feel like this card is associated with you, and that a lot of what the way you handle things in life is, even if you're feeling bad for a while, you don't let it keep you there, because at the end of the day, you're gonna harness that, and you're gonna make the choice, and you're gonna, whether you feel like you're ready to do it or not, you're gonna do it, and you're just gonna move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do feel confident and ready to move on when it needs to be, and sometimes it does make sense when it's like things are holding me down, and then it's like you gotta know when to stop trying to be, stop trying to communicate with this one guy.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not gonna change, if they're just gonna be the whole life is pain, deal with it attitude. You're just gonna have to, stop trying to, putting up with it, and just either virtually say goodbye. None that,
Yeah,
you know,
got that
says.
six of swords energy, which you got, which is whether it's something like, sometimes these things are not fun to have to do, but you're not gonna mess around. You're gonna just do it, and you're gonna leave it behind because you've got things to do.
If it's not hot, yeah, if it's easy, everybody would be doing it. But
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that sort of wraps it up for you. You strike me as someone who has a little bit of a guarded energy, that you don't necessarily let people in too deep very very quickly or easily.
well, I do let my friends actually get into that with. Oh my goodness, guys, the Discord invites. I'll lose bleep 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 bleeps. Okay, but see, like when it comes to friends, if I can trust them, I am fine with kind of saying who I am and I how I work, and everybody who knows me knows I'm a good guy. I mean, the curse crew can back me up, and but I guess with hidden energy, maybe that's who knows, maybe that could be something better. But this was pretty interesting and eye opening, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it, because it's kind of Terra's one of those weird things where, like, not everybody's gotten a chance to experience it, and it's, some people love it, some people it's not for them, but it was just kind of fun to be able to do a variety of reads.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad I got you a little chuckle with my spot on Nicolas Cage, baby.
That's upsetting.
it's it's my gift of mimicry.
Oh my god. Okay, I think the last on deck that we had was Alex, I think.
Yep. Thank you. I'll see you later. Or
Thank you
something like
again.
that.
It was nice to be able to read for you. Sorry, I'm a terrible multitasker. I appreciate you. And that
And I appreciate
I'm not gonna. That's, I didn't know you had the talent to mimic that voice, and that's unholy knowledge I now have and can't unknow.
No, I love it when I'm nasty.
Oh God!
Great Mouse Detective. That's my favorite Disney movie.
All right. Well, thank you, and I'll see you around the chat later.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye bye. All right. Finally, the last we have on deck. We've got Alex the Disaster. Hey, Alex.
Hello, I've been summoned from the void.
Hello. Here, let me adjust the volume. There we go. Okay, Alex. Do you know what kind of read you'd like to be focused? Are we just doing an all-around general read tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's hope that the cards don't vibe check me.
We'll find out, man. I've got to mix these up. Okay, I swear, I am trying really hard to get these all mixed up. And, like, here, I'm going to do another crazy, like, mix and mash on the table. The fact that so many of the same cards are coming up, it's just like, I'm trying to mix all good.
It's destiny.
It's like, they're like, no, we're the ones you need. Got this whole 78 card pickup all mixed and matched. Okay. So, just like with all the previous reads, I'm going to end up cutting this deck into 3 piles. Gonna have left, right, and center. And let me just cut this a few more times, just for good measure. Okay. And then, so we've got left, right. Oh God, what's going on?
Winter.
Y'all, I love you guys.
We're simply an eclectic bunch.
Okay, y'all want left, right, or center?
I'm gonna go with left.
All right. And just to be extra sure, I got the left stack. Mix, mix, mix. We're gonna mix the stack. We're gonna mix it. We're gonna go make sure we're completely mixed up. We're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Here we go. We ready? Reading Where's the Oil? Enough with the oil! You guys and your oil and the cheeks! Drunkel, not the cheeks and the oil! Y'all are... This is... You're all grounded. You're all grounded. Okay.
My goodness, this is chaos incarnate.
Oh my god. Card, I'm not even... Bambi! Bambi, it was you! Oh my god, no!
I love how this just keeps adding and adding and adding with no end in sight.
Ooh, okay, we gotta dive in or I'm gonna lose my mind. We got card number 1. What is with these cards? Okay. Queen of Wands, but upright. Okay, but again with the kings, we've got a bunch of, what this is telling me is we got a bunch of kings and queens tonight. Wands. Wands again are the suit of spirit, like your spark, your inspiration. It can often be related to like your career and your calling. And again, queens are that energy of, I know what I want to do or what I should be doing, but gosh, I am not ready to take that step yet. I know what I gotta do. I know what's right to do, but I need some more time. You good?
Yeah. Fearful laughter, just ignore it.
Has it already started?
Yes.
I just look up and I see clown royalty. Hell yeah. The Honk Dynasty.
Oh.
Okay.
I seriously wonder for the sanity of some of these guys.
Alright. What helps or hinders? Card number 2. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles, again, are the card, the suit of, it's like material things, finances, money. In reverse, it could be speaking that you may be finding yourself kind of struggling with money, struggling with debt right now. And I can see that with how the economy is right now. And it also may be hard for you because you may be it may be that you are a very charitable person by nature, but you are finding yourself in a situation where you can't really afford to be charitable right now, and it's making you struggle.
That's actually scarily accurate because I work in housekeeping, and with this new thing of people not wanting to come to hotels, my hours have been getting cut back quite a lot.
Yeah. And so it's kind of making you worry about finances, and this card can also speak of struggling with debt or a fear of, like, you're at a period of time right now where you are at a risk of struggling with debt, so you need to be careful with your money. The next card we'll tap into is the card in the past position, or what led to where you are. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So we got that reverse King energy. What's reverse of King energy? With that, what's the reverse of a Chad? No, in this case, it's not necessarily that. The king, when he's upright, the king of reverse, or I'm sorry, the king of pentacles, it's the money suit. Again, pentacles, money, interesting how they're all tying together. It's basically that, you're not quite sure what the best thing to do in your financial situation, or you weren't, and this is the past card. You may have come out of a situation where you felt like you had to make choices you weren't ready to make in your own time. You were forced to have the king energy, so it came off kind of forced, like you had to make difficult choices, and you weren't on board with that. You kind of just were in a position where you didn't really have a choice.
This is fine.
Okay. They're doing their thing. They've decided to bully you tonight. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
They do this to me too. I'll read my own cards and be like, I'm bullying myself. Also, to the people who are in the chat saying, how do you get your cards read? Basically, I'm offering a service. I don't normally do it on stream like this. This is kind of a special promotion I'm doing to announce that I'm doing this. You can find on my Twitter, I've got a price sheet for my services for doing private one-on-one reads, and you can also email me. Basically, tonight what I'm doing is kind of just, I've very recently started doing tarot readings, so I've got some buddies from the Discord who basically, I agreed to give them free readings, but it was, the cost was they have to have their read put out there for y'all to see, so... But yeah, the next card is in potential near future. What did I just say? What did I just say about cards coming up again? Because we got the Six of Swords. That was just in the last read, but this one is in reverse. The Six of Swords is upright, is the one about a painful transition, but in reverse, it's telling you basically, and this is something that is going to happen, or could happen. You know that you need to move on, but you're struggling to let something go. There could be an old unresolved issue that may be rearing its head, and you may be doubting if letting go is the right thing to do. But this card encourages you to persevere and keep moving, and to stop resisting the necessary transition, because it's only going to delay your progress. You good?
I'm silently questioning why I decided to do this, because I'm being bullied by cards.
The cards are being mean. That's when I literally look at my cards. I'm like, you don't know me. Who are you? Shut up. And for those of you in the chat saying that you'd like to do readings but you can't afford it, I do plan on, like, even if I don't do streams like this frequently, I do plan on doing occasional, like, monthly promotions where I'll do a handful of reads for free, because I realize there are people who just, given the situation we're in, don't have the money. Obviously, I can't do all my readings for free, because it does take up time. I gotta sit and I gotta work through it, time and energy and all that. But I would like to be able to do a couple of free reads a month. Mind you, I'll keep track of who I do it for, so the same people can't just come back and get free read. I want to give, like, to someone who hasn't had it, but I will occasionally. I think I'll do a couple free reads a month just for that purpose, because I want to be able to share with the people who are struggling because of the situation right now, and I want them to have access to this too. But jumping back in, sorry for jumping away. I'm like trying to like multitask with the chat. So we've got the next card is the outward expression. What people around you can see and perceive. Whether it's true or not, that's up in the air. This is just what people think they see. The Hanged Man in reverse. Oh, Mr. Hanged Man. Oh, Mr. Hanged Man. So, the Hanged Man in reverse is an interesting card because it's one of feeling stuck. It can be, not necessarily like you're physically stuck, but it can be that you find yourself caught in between places. You may be sacrificing a lot. Like, you may be stuck in a situation that is not the most ideal for you, in that you could be giving a ton of yourself and not really seeing a ton in return. You may also be procrastinating dealing with something or putting off making a decision. And this card kind of tells you you're stuck and procrastinating whatever you're needing to do. Procrastination isn't going to fix it. The only way you're going to move forward is you actually have to deal with it.
I have been feeling stuck for the past couple of weeks. Because before COVID started, I was supposed to go to college, and that got pushed off.
Oh.
And I still haven't been able to get into college yet. So I've sort of been stuck in this limbo.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Hangman is like, hey! So this is externally what the people around you can see. So it's pretty apparent that you're feeling stuck and frustrated by that, and people can see you struggling with it. Now, the next one is the subconscious influence, which is what's going on under the surface. And you got the Six of Wands. And this is actually a pretty positive card. This card speaks of overcoming, like getting your stuff in order and accomplishing it and having confidence that you'll get there. So despite being stuck and frustrated about it, you also have confidence that it's not going to be forever. You are going to get there, and even if you're feeling kind of crummy right now, you got the confidence that in the long run you are going to get to do what you want. You're just struggling with having to wait.
Again, scarily accurate. I am afraid of this deck.
Oh man! All right. Well, I had another banger. Let's go to the seventh card, which is how you affect the situation. It's Mr. Stabbatry again. The Ace of Swords in reverse, the exact same position as before. These guys are just popping up all over the place. They got a lot to say. They got a lot of feelings. And again, it's in reverse. So how you affect the situation. Your judgment and communication may be a little bit clouded right now, especially given the way you're feeling stuck and kind of in your own head. And you may be feeling like the situation has gone out of your control and you have no say in it. And you mentioned the having to wait for school, so you are sort of feeling like it's all muddled right now and you don't know when it's going to clear up, and it feels like it's something that you've got no control in. You okay?
Strained laughter, this is fine.
the environment and others will affect the situation. The death card. This is the change card. Something old, an old chapter in your life, something in your environment, something around you that is familiar and that you've been used to is going to come to a close, and something new is going to begin. A new chapter is going to be. The environment will change, and you will be allowed to have that change. And you mentioned, again, going to school. I think this one is talking about endings are needed for new beginnings. Old things will be cleared away so new may grow. And this is in the environment situation. Things are on hold right now because of the uncertainty of the world situation, but eventually the environment, where this card is, the environment's gonna change. It's not gonna be this way forever. And once that environment changes, you're gonna have a brand new chapter in your life begin.
Well, at least there's something positive out of this reading.
Right? I wouldn't say that any of it's negative. I think it's necessarily just telling you how you've been and how life has been. It's basically just airing you out.
My last sentence was sort of more aired towards sarcasm.
Okay, the two more cards. We've got the Hopes, Fears, or Dreams. Mr. Knight of Cups again. So I'm gonna take this as you are feeling hopeful of new opportunities, new passions, new relationships, and this doesn't always mean romantic. It could be you're looking forward to making new friends. You're excited about all the new things that are going to bring fresh emotion into your life, be it new hobbies, new passions, new experiences, new people.
Again, quite accurate. I have been thinking a lot of the future.
Yeah, and I could see that lining up in the hopes, especially with you waiting on this new chapter to begin. The final outcome. The Page of Swords. Again, but he's upright this time. He's upright this time, so something friggin' changed. Y'all are just, like, hogging the stage. They're, like, the same cards. They're like, no, me again. But what the final, and this is in the potential outcome position, the Page of Swords tells you the environment is gonna be fertile. You're gonna have opportunities. Things are gonna be able to grow. The stuff that you are hoping for, the environment will be right for that. Even if it's not right now, even if it's very far from it right now, in the end, when the new chapter begins, the environment will be right for reaching out and going after these things you want. So it was happy, you know?
Yeah, not
nice.
negative, which is always a plus.
So it bullied you a little bit, but in the end, it gave you a pat on the head.
It was like, I'll be mean to you first and nice to you later.
I'm gonna point out all the stuff that you're feeling, and I'm gonna rub it in that you're feeling this way. But that being said, once this poo-poo period passes, the new chapter's gonna begin, and it's gonna be really sick.
Which is always a plus.
Oh, man.
I did not expect to be this called out.
They do that sometimes. Sometimes they're a little bit harder to read, and it would take, like, a more experienced reader to really puzzle together, quilt together what they're saying, and then other times they just lay it all right out there, and they're like, no, we know exactly what we want to say, and we're saying it right now.
I just forgot what I was going to say in response to that.
Oh, man. Well, I hope that was okay. I know there's like the nerves of, okay, what are the cards gonna do?
the cards going to be nice or are they going to flay me? That was not the proper usage, I think. I don't know.
Okay, well now we just finished the readings and we're gonna wrap up soon, but I would like to have an opportunity for you folks who had your readings done tonight. If you would like, we can have us jump in the call and discuss if you want to discuss it a little bit. Because let me see, put this. I know there's a lag, so. Oh wait, okay, we've got you added. Somebody grab is Winter still around? And I see Drunkel in there.
I thought I just saw Winter in chat, so I think she is.
Okay.
You're back with Nicolas Cage, everybody. Let's
Oh my
celebrate.
goodness. How did I know?
Stop. That's frightening black magic you're using.
Da-da-dum dum dum da-dum dum dum.
Okay, and then
Oh no, we're getting the chaos gremlin in here. Although Drunkel isn't really chaos gremlin.
I'd say he's beyond a gremlin at this point. He's definitely a chaos entity.
That is terrifying.
I'm sorry, but I love Gremlins. It was a fun chill out Christmas movie.
Okay, Drunkel's like, I'm here. Where you go? Going back in the chat the way you did before. I'm gonna drag and drop you in, buddy. Oh, Ion. I can't spell. Okay, there we go. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We got. Okay. So we've got. Oh, and then there's Winter. And. Okay.
I'm gonna disappear for a second to go grab my dog.
Hello.
I'll be back.
No worries. Okay, so now we have the whole Brady Bunch
Hello.
back together post tarot card reading, and I figure give you a chance to share your thoughts and whatever on the process, because this is the first time I've ever done this in a live stream like this, and I also want to get like your thoughts and how you felt about it and everything if you want to talk about it.
Well, let me say
Have
this,
to call us
Trebek.
out like that.
I would simply say this, Trebek. The readings were most profound, and I have to say I had an enjoyable time doing it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here all night.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously, if I were to do like a paid one-on-one reading, which, you know, like a paid service, it wouldn't be in this chaotic of an environment. I'd be a lot more serious. It wouldn't be streaming.
Yeah, Drunkel would be far away.
Yeah, you have Drunkel getting his reverse
In a cage.
Terrafant anarchy energy everywhere.
You know, what's that thing called, the cage where they hang you from and your legs dangle down?
The Hangman?
No.
No.
It's a cage. Oh no, it was in
the zipper? Oh.
No.
Oh my god.
I was thinking an amusement park ride.
Gibbet. I think it's called the gibbet.
You might remember it from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. They hang you upside down, and my Johnny Depp suddenly went Irish all of a sudden. Wow. Drunkel, you're cursing me.
No,
Yep.
that sounded more Wales.
I am infecting you with the 5G waves. You're creating a conspiracy. Let's do it! Break the internet with a dumb joke!
What?
What?
Exactly!
Oh
Are
my
you
gosh.
okay?
Oh.
That's a bad question. Drunkel, you're never okay.
But so of you guys, how many of you have had experience with tarot readings before?
No.
I had, you go ahead. I think Drunkel was trying to say something.
Nope. I have nothing to weigh in here. I've never had tarot done before.
Me neither.
Aside from playing a little bit of Taboo the Sixth Sense on NES, I did have a friend give me like a 3-card spread, which was kind of telling me a little bit of the same, where it's like the work I'm doing now is kind of holding me back, and you're just shifting into that same old mood, like break free, let your freak flag fly, something like that, which is like the end result, which I don't need to do here, but
Oh man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed your readings. It was one of those things where I was a little nervous too, because I'm like, oh god, I've got to do all these reads in live in front of people. Hoo hee.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was down with
It
it.
certainly was entertaining.
yeah, it gave me a lot to think about. I felt like, wow, I'm getting a lot of cards that make me seem like I'm an emotional wreck. But I don't think that was like the full case.
Yeah, and
it did make some good points.
it's one of those things where it doesn't have to mean that you're literally an emotional wreck. It could just mean that there are some emotions buried deep that you are not giving the time to like, you may have to do some work internally on some stuff, and it doesn't have to be end of the world like chaotic emotions. It's just there may be some areas inside of yourself that can call for some introspection.
Yeah.
My reading made me feel like Saitama without the one punch power.
That
No
was just
emotions.
goofage.
No
And
emotion.
then it was either
Disconnect
Heart
from
of Rock
society.
and or Frag Grenade.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh gosh, you guys.
Oh, I'm seeing the lag on the stream. The kitties are grooming
Oh
each
my
other.
god, they're cuddling. Let me get out of the way. They're doing. It's so cute. I love how much they love each other.
Adorable Kippy thing.
They love each other. Oh my god, so cute.
And just like that,
Adorable.
the stream has become a kitty cat webcam video.
Always
Which
Kippies.
is the best.
Yes.
Oh,
They are yin yang cats.
it's funny though, because they can go from that and snap of a finger start like play fighting, like smacking each other.
Yep.
Like it goes
That's
from
the
that
way
to
cats
cleaning you
are.
to like, I'm gonna be too aggressive in cleaning you. Now I'm gonna get you. Hey Artemis, you hear me talking to you? You just stop and give me a look. Oh, you guys are so cute. I got completely derailed watching them. I see them every day, but every time there it goes, time to fight.
It's fighting time.
Nope.
Let's go! I got $10 on Apollo. Let's go!
Is that a cryptid comforter?
Yes, it absolutely is. Got aliens, Mothman, jackalopes, Bigfoot.
Aliens? Remember that time we all wanted to storm Area 51 and clap those things' cheeks?
You say that like
Remember that
you're
one
enjoying
time?
Didn't the
That
military
one
have to
time we
explain what
almost
Naruto
did
run
it.
was?
it. Yes, they did.
Yep, the military had to explain what Naruto running was to generals, and it was hilarious.
Can you imagine how that conversation must have been?
What
Oh,
the
dumbest
hell is a
timeline.
Naruto?
it's
And
beautiful.
why is it running?
Why is this kid named for a fish cake? Get out of here!
That's right.
They wouldn't even know what he was named after. They wouldn't even know how to pronounce it.
Also, Georgia, Hudgens, can I just say how much I love this channel. This stream was a lot of fun and got me out of my head for a while, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad it was enjoyable. I know it was a lot of chaotic energy. It was very different from what I normally.
This is what happens when we're all in the same space together.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a lot of cursed energy bunched
Like-
up in one place, and it just kind of.
And this isn't even bad.
See, normally
This
for
isn't even
streams,
bad
I'll,
compared to Drunkel's Discord.
Like, I'll normally
Drunkel?
be playing games
Yeah.
and like just hanging out with people, but the problem is the chat gets wound up and they start saying really cursed things, and I can't focus on the game, and it just starts going downhill. I'll have to start doing some game streaming here on YouTube too, because I'd primarily been doing it on Twitch, but I feel like it'd be fun to like divvy it up and do from both platforms so more people can get the opportunity, because not everybody has a Twitch account.
Yeah.
No Twitch account, but
Like,
would you
subject
like a
all of
balloon?
YouTube. Subject all of YouTube to Cicero.
Okay, I think I repaired the game, because the problem is I had it on my old computer. My old computer, like, needed to be, it was dying. So, I got a new computer built. The problem is, because my game was so modded to hell and back, you can't simply open a modded game without all the exact same mods existing on your new device, or the entire thing will corrupt and die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that what happened
Does
during
not
that
simply reopen the old save.
like we literally had to download an ancient mod that doesn't, like, it's not a current version of it doesn't exist. We had to download an old version of the mod and Jimmy rig it to fit the new game, just because everyone wanted to marry Cicero. So we downloaded a freaking mod that we Jimmy rigged it together with rubber band and a string. We made it work. And then it's like, okay, how am I gonna get this to open on the new computer? But I think I got an exact list of all the mods on my old computer. I think I have the exact list of all the mods transferred to the new computer. I'm a little bit scared to try it out, so I might, not streaming or anything, I might try opening it and just, like, roll the dice and see. But I'm about 80% confident I got all the mods and I can salvage the game.
Ooh.
So,
Cat
see.
bite.
If it just immediately fucking dies, you gotta fucking send a picture of this monstrosity.
Also, the cats are fighting now.
But with all those mods, are we gonna get another hilariously oh my god moment, like when you were trying to give your Khajiit daughter clothing and she just became naked?
And then she turned into a giant red triangle, T-posing through the walls.
I'm
Cicero was
one.
only
When
using
did that
1% of his power.
Oh, that was like when we were in Riften, and like he was following behind us, and then he just goes into T-pose and he starts flying into the sky, and he's still talking at us and like following behind, ominously hovering above. Oh god.
He was doing the ancient dance of the gods.
But like
Simple.
his arms were T-posing, but his legs were just like jumping along gracefully.
Okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but I wanted to break so much that they, like, accidentally replaced Parthenax with a giant Cicero. Just can you imagine?
Can you imagine with dragon powers? He never shuts up, and they fight by talking. That's bad. That's the end of the world.
Well, can you imagine his skin on a dragon model? I hate that.
I will frankly stick with the mod which replaces all the dragons as Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah.
I fear and rejoice for the day that our Lord and Savior Clown Daddy returns to us.
I will.
Oh, Clown Daddy, huh? Are you talking now? Why?
I'm gonna.
He wants a balloon.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
Be
try
back.
and revive
Got
the
him.
game. I'll see if I did it right, if I got all the mods correctly. Because I think if I messed it up, as long as I quickly close out of it and, like, don't save, it might be okay. But I'm pretty sure I have all the mods. So it should be okay. So I might be able to reopen it, because it'd be fun to revisit that. It's also been long enough that, like, because we played it for so long, I was getting kind of sick of, like, the same, like, 30 lines Cicero says again and again and again. I wish they had recorded more dialogue for him, honestly, since he's, you know...
I wish they had done more for the ending of the game, like, after you...
Yeah.
The end dragon.
But, like, it's been long enough since we played that, like, I'm refreshed. I won't, like, hearing him jabber isn't gonna be as much as, okay, I've been listening to this for weeks.
I want to see if that
There's a
glitch is
great
still in effect,
therapy.
where when you're doing the Brotherhood missions, and you go to behead the witches, if that one witch still T-poses
That's
after you kill him with
That's
the
right.
head off.
I
You
did
remember?
that glitch. I remember, and I'm just like, oh god, what's that? It's just
It-
like
it's happened to
T-posing
me
dead
3
body without a
times.
head.
It's happened to me 3 times. It never fails.
Jesus Christ.
Like, and it's not even on the ground. It's floating. It's floating like a foot off the ground.
Also, I think we could have some fun because I just started playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the pirate, the Yarhar one. I just started playing that, and I could stream some of that and get into mischief there because I just
Drunkel would be the mischief. He'd be singing sea shanties all the time.
Yo ho Skyrim!
oh my god.
I would quickly take over and just sing Ailstorm.
Fair.
Goodness.
You and me get
sea
drunk and
shanties
just
are the
or on
new
the deck.
thing on TikTok.
just these two.
I am so
funny.
glad
Oh.
that they've become a thing.
Watch them snap, 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 smack. God,
Oh, the
I love
cats
them
are
just-
still trying each other.
Ay, ay, ay.
I love the
Okay.
death stare that they've got going in the background.
Well, if you guys have you've got the floor for a minute. I'm gonna start wrapping this thing to a close because I need to eat something. If you have anything you'd like to say that isn't like gonna be a problem with YouTube and the almighty demonetization, if you
Somebody
have
tape Drunkel's mouth.
if y'all want to say anything,
This stream
in the
has
chat-
been brought to you by Raid Shadow
Oh
Legends.
my god. Oh my god.
Just kidding.
But yeah, if you have anything you want to say to the chat or whatever, feel free to take a moment, because after that, I'm gonna jump out of the voice call and just close the stream out.
Well, everybody wasn't. They weren't quite right when they said they were summoning Satan. I'm Lucifer Black Star.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Chaos has certainly reigned on this day.
Yeah.
That's just any day when Drunkel
That's just us.
is there.
Hello! I
Exists.
Quite true.
Oh boy.
We
I
exist,
didn't even
therefore
have to
we
get
are
the knife
chaos.
out this time.
Knife? You want knife?
Knife.
I have 1 knife, 2 knives,
Or knife?
3.
No,
I
no,
have
Winter. He's already got
many
enough gold on the
knives.
cards. He doesn't
I
need
have
another.
many knives. I
34
have a sword.
billion.
I literally have a sword like right to my right. It's a curved
Until I can
Egyptian
make
sword, a
DACA with
Kopesh.
knife, it useless. More DACA, always more DACA, until the end of time.
Dagger,
Like
dagger,
knife.
dagger.
Oh my
I
god.
found
See?
my wolf knife.
That's it.
I got nothing else.
He always needs more dagger.
Oh my god.
There is never enough DACA. More DACA!
Alright guys.
my axe.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull this to a close. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Just maniacally
oh dear,
laughs.
kitties.
I know.
When am I not maniacally laughing? There's always a fucking plan. Always a plan.
Goodbye, you
And
guys.
the plan is chaos.
Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, you guys. So it's about time. Oh, yeah, the cats. I think they were fighting and now they've worn themselves. Oh nope, never mind. There's a snap and a slap. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. It was very different from what I normally do. Though I guess I can't really say that for YouTube because I haven't streamed on YouTube too much. I usually do on Twitch. I'm gonna try and like divvy it up so I do some on both platforms so everybody can enjoy it. But normally for my streaming, sometimes it's chaotic, but it wasn't this type of chaotic because this is my first time doing tarot reads live. If y'all enjoyed this and you want to see this type of format, maybe I can do more of these streams in the future. Not too many because, like, to be honest, like, doing tarot reads is, like, emotionally draining, and doing that many rapid fire live took a lot out of me. So, not a very frequent thing, but, like, maybe once a month I can try and do a stream like this, if y'all like it, where I do reads like this. So the people who didn't get a chance to do this stream If y'all are in the Discord and you want to have a turn next time, maybe we can work that out. That might be fun if you guys enjoyed this. But I'll definitely keep up doing more streams. I'm going to try and get more regular back into it, because I got to a period of time where I was doing it regularly back at my old place, and then I moved and chaos, so it kind of fell off with that. Oh, now they're cuddling asleep. But thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you again to everybody here who super chatted and donated. That was really super sweet of you guys. I wasn't honestly expecting anything. I was literally just wanting to honestly, I've been craving to do some more tarot readings to get more practice in, because like it's exciting now that I'm like offering it as a service and doing it, you know, for payment as a professional. It's weird, I'm like professionally reading it. It's exciting. It's got me wanting to do more practice and dive more into it and hone my craft and skill. So I just thought it would be kind of a fun win-win thing, where not only do I get a chance to hone my craft a little bit more, it also kind of lets more of you guys know that this is a thing I do. And if you're interested in getting a tarot reading with me, I have on Twitter, and I also in the community tab on my YouTube channel, under the community tab, I've also done a post where I have included that sheet that has my services information, because normally when I do reads, it's not like this chaos. It would be a very one-on-one thing. I offer both a text-only read and a phone call read. The text-only one is a little bit cheaper because it doesn't require like scheduling and getting on and talking back and forth. But that would be where I basically write up what your cards are, what they mean, and how I interpret them, and send that to you, as well as a picture of your cards. Those are $10 cheaper. And then for $10 more, I do a one-on-one voice call reading, so we can do the reading while you're on call with me, and I'll either do Discord, or I also have a VR chat. So if you want to get your tarot read in VR chat, I can do that too. But if you're interested in that, you can either tweet me on Twitter, or you can send an email to my it's the one that's linked to my YouTube channel. It's my Madame Macabre Gmail. I think it's Madame Macabre was taken, so it's like X at the beginning, Madame Macabre, X at the ending. Blah. So X, Madame Macabre X at gmail.com is you can email me there if you're interested in getting a reading and you don't use Twitter. But honestly, the easiest way to get a hold of me is Twitter, because I'm always like, that's when I see a lot easier. It's a lot easier for me to see when I'm tagged in Twitter rather than a sea of comments elsewhere. But otherwise, you can email me. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll, before I close this out, give you another clear shot of those sweet babies, all tuckered out, cuddling, cute. Alright, guys. And thank you again for watching. I can't believe how many of you hung out for this long. This started, like, about 6:30, I want to say. So it's been going strong for about 3 hours, and the majority of you stuck it out, so I'm color me impressed. But thank you again so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. I had a ton of fun, and I'd like to stream with you guys more, even if it's not, like, a lot of my attention was on the reads tonight, and usually when I stream, I pay a lot more attention to you guys in the chat. This was just kind of a weird thing, so in future streams, I'll be a lot more interacting with you guys too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching, and a fun little bit of info for you guys. On Friday, I have another song that is going to be going out to you guys. It's another cover, but it's this one's a song that I like. It's one from a movie that I really liked, an animated movie that is not an American animated movie. But the song like hit me, and I'm like, oh, I like that song. So I've got a cover of that coming out on Friday, and I collaborated with an old friend of mine who also, he does singing, and we did a duet of this cover. So that's something to look forward to on Friday. I'm excited about that. Anyway, guys, thank you again. You guys are all amazing. I really enjoyed our time hanging out. Now I'm tired and hungry, and I'm just gonna crash. All right, you guys are awesome.